We don't really own bikes. We borrow them for chapters of our lives. My desert rose carried me across borders, across doubts, across that thin line between control and surrender. It taught me that freedom isn't loud, it isn't dramatic. It's quiet, it's steady. This is the end of that chapter. Alright, good afternoon, folks. Today is not a good day, because this lady, yes, this one, is going out of the house tomorrow. And so what is my new bike going to be then, and why I am selling this old one again when I've been so happy with it, and it took me all the way to Agri-Dagi, the Mount Ararat at the eastern parts of Turkey. Well, that's exactly it. When I came back home from this trip, I couldn't imagine where else I would have taken this motorbike again. Now, be honest, Leo. Was there anything on the bike that you disliked so much that you are sending her out of the house and secretly shopping for a new one? No, look, not at all. It's just about the pure economics. At 21,500 kilometers, it's the perfect time to send it to another owner who will be much more gentle with the bike than myself alone right now. I do 12,000 kilometers per single trip. I don't have enough time before the Desmo is due at 30,000 to do another trip. And after the first Desmo service, the value of the bike plummets significantly. I've seen that with my two Multistradas, on which I've lost incredible amount of money. So this time I try to play it a little bit more clever. But Leo, then seriously, how is this bike? How good it is? How did you enjoy that? Well, I did enjoy that very much. As you may have seen in my Turkey 2025 series videos. It's been bloody brilliant. And the reason I say that is, one day this bike took me from green lanes to fast tarmac corners, to motorway, to mud, to snow and -7 degrees and almost no road whatsoever. Back on the tarmac again, and from that -7 all the way to south of Turkey, where it was plus 32. So you know, this lady, she's been through something. It's not that she wouldn't have a life. She might have been on an adventure of her lifetime with me. And somehow I do wish that for the rest of her life she will have much calmer life than what she experienced with me, which I'm not sure the dealership would find another nutter as crazy as I am to just say, okay, at the beginning of May I'm going to see Mount Ararat. That doesn't happen that often. Now, in terms of how she is, excellent. Handling, perfect, as you would expect from a Ducati. Lack of power because of smaller engine size? No, not really. In fact, I caught myself thinking a couple of times on many of the fast corners roads and tight corners roads as well. I didn't ride on her any different than I used to do on the Ducati Multistrada. Would I have changed anything on the bike? Let me think. You know what, probably not. The engine and the power delivery. Look, I've seen a few reviews online where folks were like, meh, no, it's not it. Look, in sport, it just wants to tear the tarmac from the road. So yeah, I loved her to bits. Me and this bike, and I don't mean by this bike just necessarily this specific bike, but the Ducati Desert X, we are a perfect match together. Because as you could have seen in my Turkey series, it gave me the freedom to do all I wanted. This bike, not as heavy as Multistrada, much more lighter. Me now able and willing to travel super light, super duper light. Plus I'm not so heavy as I used to be. That's another thing. All that adds up and makes that perfect marriage for me and Ducati Desert X. And look, none of this, what I'm saying to you right now, is sponsored. I bought this bike with my own money. So yeah, it's a sad day. Tomorrow midday, lunchtime, the folks from the dealer will stop by at my place to collect her and get her to the dealership, give her a proper wash after myself, which of course, before they collect it, I will give her one final wash myself as well. Why? Because I want to. It's just a ritual. Every time bike leaves my garage, my home, that is my way of saying thank you to the wonderful machine that I could rely on to take me safely through a good part of the world. Emotional, yes, of course, I am. And so, of course, it's not a question about whether I will miss the bike, but how much. Quite some water. Alright. It's gonna be interesting how this will look like here then. I think it's gonna be alright. You can't really stand up properly here. because of the trees and all that. And of course, when you do this in the spring, it still can be done. When you have to go through the field. Should be alright, as it will be. It is lovely. Oh, look at that. And look, exactly what I wanted for what is possibly saying goodbye to this lovely bike.
Every journey leaves marks, not on the map, on you. The miles change your thinking. The silence resets your pace. Somewhere between departure and return, you realize the machine was never the point. It was the discipline of leaving, the willingness to go. And the acceptance that nothing, not places, not moments, not motorcycles, is permanent. Ararat didn't give me answers. It gave me something better. The courage to ride without needing them. Goodbye, Desert X, my beloved desert rose. Thank you for the road.